It's difficult to age the Crowman, and I wouldn't ask. It'd be like asking Joan Collins if she dyed her hair. But there are a few signs that suggest he's starting to feel the pace. The giveaways are a young Jedi is doing a lot of the graft today. He's got some new hearing aids. And lastly, he's blagged a hide tray from GMS to save his back from all that bending down for the clear pigeons, his lunch and his squash. Anyway, let's not dwell. Today Andy is going to show us what's needed to shoot over a standing crop. Lots of people don't like it, but if it has to be done, this is how to do it.
I don't like shooting in standing crops. That's one thing I don't like doing, because you can't pick them. But this particular field, there's a thin bit out in front. It's probably 50 yards long, about 50 yards wide. There's probably more than that, it's probably 60 yards long, 50 yards wide. You can just see it. There was a few peas there, but there's not many. If you get out there, it is open. And as you can see, right along the headland here, I'll probably shoot 80% of my birds. I'll let them go past and I'll drop them on the headland where there isn't anything. Because the last thing I want to do is shoot them and not pick them up, because that is one thing that really does wind me up, people shooting pigeons and not picking them. Because to me they are a game bird, they're vermin, but to me they're a game bird. I'd sooner shoot them than anything else really.
So Andy roughly knows where they're going to drop, where the dog will make simple retrieves and where she might need some guidance. Marking where a bird drops is also important. If you can't do it mentally, write it down just like they do in the grouse butts. Standing crops also require specialised decoying equipment, literally to raise your game. There's no point having decoys hidden away. Crow uses some homemade cradles and others from A1 decoys.
We want to be getting pigeons up off the ground a bit. I've got two different cradles here that you can get from A1. This one's got a spring, so you can put a big stick in it. You can have it whatever height you want. As you can see by the ones I've put over there, I've got them up higher than the crop. The ones I've got, I painted them white, so that when you do put them down, you can still see them. I've got one over there on a stick, hasn't got a pigeon on it. You can see, even from here, 10, 15 yards, you can still see it. But if it's a green one, you wouldn't have any chance of seeing it. Yeah, so my advice is to paint them white. It may seem silly, but the thing is, the pigeons are sitting on top of it. And if the pigeons, by the time the pigeon's seeing it, it's underneath it, it's dead anyway, so there's no problem.
We're almost good to go. All we need now are the finishing touches. Keen shooter William puts together the new Lincoln Deluxe for Crow and assembles the hide tray. Child's play. All that's missing is the stair lift, the commode, and we'd be in OAP heaven. Come on, Crow, you've got visitors. I said you've got visitors. Let's knock some pigeons over. He is often asked about the chokes he uses. With his usual single-barrelled semi-auto, he tends to shift between half and quarter choke depending on the day. But with the double-barrelled Lincoln, he can have the best of both worlds. One for close stuff, the other for the second flaring bird.
The gun's got a single selective trigger, so I can either use the top barrel or the bottom barrel first, whichever. I tend to have the open choke in the top barrel, so if I only have one shot, I can eject and it's easier to stick a cartridge in the top barrel than fumble about and try and get it in the bottom barrel. If the pigeons are coming a bit quick, you can eject them out, and it's easier to stick one in the top barrel.
It really is a stinking hot day, and Crow is also keen to remind people that fluids are not only essential for the guns, but the dogs too. Ruby is panting hard.
I bought the dog today because we've got a few some of it standing. If I get a few runners, at least I can get the dog to go through it. Make sure you bring a load of water. The dog's got more water than me as it goes. So, yeah, always make sure you take a load of water for the dog. You know what it's like yourself, so look after the dog.
Crow is a little disappointed. Last year he had a bumper day on this field, and only 48 hours earlier, when he and Will reccied here, the birds were landing at their feet. Nevertheless, Crow is making contact with anything having a look, and those that do fall away from the thin areas of crop, Ruby works her magic. Only once does Crow think a bird is too far for her to find on her own.
Oh, I'm happy. I've shot a few. Tried out the new gun, tried out my new earplugs. Had a bit of fun, so that's what it's all about. So this one, the last ones we shot. It's got peas, A few greens in there, it's been on a bit of grass. And it's got some rape in there as well. So.
At the end of the afternoon, Crow recovers 68 birds, and as far as he can tell, none are missing in action. It's half the bag he'd hoped for, but to make him feel better, Will says it's the biggest bag he's ever seen. Well done, young'un, you will go far.